word cat derives from the Latin catulus, Clive.
That's the angriest-looking cat.
Yes, it's furious. I want you to tell me what the word catulus means.
Well, it means cat. It obviously means something else before that. Okay.
We took the cat from catulus and described cats with it. The Romans didn't call their cats catulus, but...
Dogs.
Yes, is the right answer. Catulus
It was there in the picture.
It was there. See what you see now. Yeah. See what you see. It was on the picture there.
Hang on, another one's appeared.
Little one.
What have you done to that cat, you filthy dog? The word rabbit's an interesting word, odd enough, because
because that comes from the Latin for giraffe.
Well, they all know cat. It comes from kata, meaning down in Greek, as in all kinds of words beginning with kata. So it was described for puppies first, because the little things that hit the ground were the catulus, and became a word for a puppy and then for a dog. And we took the cat bit and called cats with it.
Why is that cat so cross?
It is, isn't it?
Really, really
something
cross.
It's stapled to that table.
It's been made to pose for that photo.
I said
like his
I'll do a
passport
picture
photograph.
with 2 other cats. And I'm going to get on to my agent. I am not a dog. Second time this week. I'll do this one more and then I'm going.
It's a wonderful feeling, because the more you look into its eyes, the crosser it seems to get, doesn't it? It's just... Puss is actually from the ancient Egyptian, pasht, meaning cat, or moon, incidentally.
Why is pussy another word for front bottom?
I don't know, it's not my area of expertise. We've covered before.
Fingers on buzzers, please. Take a look at this. This is Tommaso, the world's richest cat. According to legend, how many lives does he have?
Well, now, usually, they have 1 less than 10.
Yes. 1 more than 8.
I was being so clever.
So I can tell you that he is Italian, and that has a bearing.
He's Italian, that cat?
Yeah.
Where's his mouth?
So why would it matter that he's Italian? Why would that make a difference?
Because he's got so many pasta lives.
Look, that is actually professional comedy you just witnessed.
So
Are they superstitious, Italians, about cats?
Yeah, but the number of lives that a cat has in superstition varies from culture to culture. So the Italians believe it is 7. In Turkish and Arabic tradition, it's 6. Germany, Greece, Brazil, a few Spanish-speaking places, it's 7 as well. We have 9. Tommaso is possibly just one of the world's richest cats. He was a stray adopted by an elderly Italian woman named Maria Assunta, and when she died in 2011, she bequeathed him $13 million to make sure he would be loved and cuddled. I would totally do it, and I don't like cats.
I'd sit at the bottom of an old man's bed and drink milk naked for 13 million, for probably 20 quid. Why do so many cultures have an idea that cats always come back?
It's more they're cheating death, isn't
Yeah,
that the
they
thing?
cheat death.
They fall off a roof and they walk
And
away.
I mean, lots of people think
But
that
if you put them in a tumble dryer, they will die.
They will.
Eventually.
On the 9th time. He's still alive! Go again!
This is the 8th cycle.
I can't even touch him, he's so hot!
Meow bang, meow bang.
Can you put my socks in with it?
Where does the phrase "there isn't room to swing a cat" come from?
Cat swinging.
Cat of 9 tails, when they're... Cat of 9 tails? No, it's not that, oddly enough. You'd think it was. Literally, it means what it says. It's just a kind of common folk expression, meaning to swing a cat around. But the first use of cat of 9 tails is 1695 in the English language. And at least 40 years earlier than that, there are references to not being able to swing a cat.
Do you know where the whole 9 yards comes from? The whole 9 yards?
The whole 9 yards. No, is it...
Alan's doing cat stuff.
It's an American sporting, isn't it?
Yeah, but how would you swing it, though? I mean, there's that way, but then there's also that way, up and down. Round and round.
One thinks by the tail, definitely, whatever.
Do you do it in a big loopy swing, or do you get some speed up?
The first cat to be cloned was called Rainbow, and her clone was known as CC. And there, You say, now, how can that...
Ah, well, they didn't put the effort into
No,
it.
you're going to say, you see.
When they trawled the pet shop through that little faker, they could have they could have at least sent the guy who they sent to get the other kitten with a photo of the original. Not just get any cat.
Yes. The little kitten is called CC. Points if you can guess what that stands for.
Cat clone?
Whittier. What sort of Whittier? Say? Points to the audience. Copycat, you see. Very good, yeah. The operation was known as Operation Copycat, wasn't it? It's part of a larger project to clone a dog, which was...
Oh, that's a bit...
Well, it was called Missy, the Missiplicity, named after a dog named Missy. And the world's first clone dog from Korea is called Snappy.
And they ate it.
Of course. Arthur, why did Big Beard Wang regularly shave his pussy?
Well, I'm afraid I'm disappointed that we've got a cheap laugh from the word pussy.
I'm laughing at Wang, actually.
I think it's a person, perhaps.
You're right.
Big Beard Wang, who one could assume he had a large beard.
And he shaved his cat.
Well, he was a barber. He was a barber to a very famous man.
Was he a Chinese barber?
He was a Chinese
An emperor, was there?
A kind of emperor, I suppose, though. He would certainly not call himself one. But
Chairman Mao.
Chairman Mao, indeed. And Mao is the Chinese for...
Cat.
Cat! Exactly. Meow. Meow, you would think, but no, it really is. Mao is cat.
Is that cat on the end of Chairman Mao's...
That's why he's smiling.
I don't remember that as one of those communist posters.
It means cat, Mao, and it also means hat, oddly enough. So, Mao Zhe Li Di Mao means the cat in the hat.
Now, there are cat lovers and there are cat haters, but whose lap will the cat sit on?
Cats always go to the people who don't like them or who are allergic. Yes, they do.
No.
They do.
Well, the only scientific study that we found, in fact, finds the opposite. So
I've only done one. What are they spending their money on?
You know the cat on the right there, the cat on the right that's been kissed by the lady, is, I think that cat's married. Just from the expression of, oh, my God. Someone take a picture, how am I going to explain this?
So people who believe the perverse cat theory, there are various explanations. Well, first, cats don't like being stared at is one of the reasons that they give. They perceive it as aggression, so they prefer people who ignore them. Cats pick up hostile body language and they act to try and placate it. That's one of the things. In fact, there's only one small study been done by the Anthrozoological Institute at the University of Southampton, and they were unable really to find much effect at all. They had 8 cat lovers, 8 cat haters, and the cats didn't seem to be bothered who they went to.
Not exactly a wide study.
It's not a massive study.
Yeah.
Felines don't make beelines towards people who hate cats.
Now, talking of going upstairs in buildings, what is the best floor of a building out of which to throw a cat? Blimey, that's impressive.
Lovely mahogany.
Mahogany floor is the best. It's the best story of a building with an E.
It's only a guess. I'm guessing, but I reckon it must be about the 5th floor, something like that. Because if it's too, assuming you're trying to do the cat some harm, which I object to, but if you want to kill the cat, if that's the idea, if it was only the 1st floor, it would survive because they're very springy animals. And if you go too far up, I'm guessing they form a sort of parachute with and they float down. But like the 5th floor would be about right, and they'd be still hurtling, and the parachute effect wouldn't come in.
Yeah, absolutely right. But the fact is, we don't want to harm them. We want to be nice to them. We want them to survive.
Oh well, the very, very high floor then.
Well, the 7th. Anything higher than the 7th. They experimented by studying, not by throwing cats out the window. They studied 132 cases of cats falling out of windows in New York. This is the American Veterinary Centre. 132 cases of cats falling or being pushed out of windows and surviving. And the injury rate went up. The average was... The average was from about the 5th floor. God. And the higher up you went towards the 5th floor, the more injuries there were. But the moment you got to 7 and past 7, the fewer injuries there were. Because they can reach a terminal velocity, which is 60 miles an hour, from whatever floor, from an aeroplane, cats have survived. And like a squirrel, they spread themselves out and parachute, as it were, like a squirrel. Out of the 6th floor window, they haven't got time to get to that terminal speed and to get the position right. Exactly.
Have they done this? Have they done this with other animals? Have they done hamsters, dogs?
I'm not sure.
python?
Cows. I'd like to see them do cows.
I fear somehow cows... There's a man in Shropshire who catapults cows.
Yeah.
He puts them on a catapult and flies them through the air, hundreds and hundreds of yards.
Does that not harm?
Dead cows.
Oh, dead cows.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
But I would urge people at home not to try it with your cat if you're a young person.
No.
Not because it isn't valuable and scientific, but because of the mad letters I get from cat people every time. Do not throw your cats off anything or off a wall or not. Just let them be.
Or at least not from lower than the 7th.
That's the idea.